everybody doing? It's your man Chief Bruce with another quick short talk. This time it's a little different. We're just going to reflect upon September 11th and what that has meant for our nation from September 11, 2001 up until today. It made me start to think about, why do we serve? And why did I choose to serve in the United States Air Force? And I look back to that moment back in 1996, and when I joined, it was for very selfish reasons. It was to remove myself from a bad situation, to get out of my neighborhood and the north side of Jacksonville. And it was to try to make a better life for myself and eventually someday a family. But once I took the oath and I listened to the words that I was repeating, that I was saying I was about to do, I realized that I was about to jump into something that was way bigger than me. I was coming in to a branch of service into the United States military to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And on September 11, 2001, it truly became a reality because we were attacked on our own soil. It was a day of vulnerability. It was a day of fragility. It was a day of solemnness. It was a pretty rough day. And I'm quite sure those that were old enough to remember that moment in time, remember how you felt at that moment and what you were thinking at that moment. And since that day, we've been at war continually for 17 years. And with that, we have a force that today is composed of about 39% of you were about 9 years old or younger when September 11th happened. So you know what you've come into, a spirit of patriotism, a spirit of pride that has driven you to join the United States Air Force. Now I know some of you might have originally joined with the same type of reasons that I did, but I'm quite sure now you realize the gravity of what you are a part of. So as we celebrate this September 11th, as we remember what occurred on our nation's soil that day, I want each of us to just take the time to reflect on why we serve. And if you are still serving for those same selfish motives that you had a long time ago, the ones that I admit to that I once had, just think about the oath and think about when you raised your right hand in the words that you said and what you are protecting and defending each and every day. Our country is a very fragile country. It's a very fragile experiment. And here we are at the forefront as defenders of that fragile experiment. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that you never forget what occurred on that day, and never forget those that are still in harm's way today. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless our United States Air Force.